Good morning. This week we're going to be working on the wagon some more, Trevor and Rudy and myself. We have a lofty goal to drive this thing. Finally, we're finally going to get with the program and drive this week. In order to meet that goal, we're going to have to do the fuel system, tranny cooler lines, all the important wiring, at least a little bit of the exhaust system. We're going to have to get it steering and stopping. We got to get it started. That's another thing. We got to get it started. We haven't even listened to the engine run yet inside the car. We had it running outside, but it's never ran inside. So enjoy the show.
Wow.
That's even worse. Okay.
The gas tank apparently doesn't fit in with them on.
I mean, it fits in with them on, but it won't fit past them with it on.
Yeah.
There's lots of little things that have to be done. Right, when you're kind of doing mock-up, you don't have to be, there's some things you're not careful about, like the size of washers and whether or not you have lock nuts on and stuff like that. But on final assembly, you got to pay attention to all that stuff. Or you'll end up on Boulder Mountain going to do a rescue and your shocks fall off. And no one will ever forget about it. There's been some concern about the size of my fuel tank. It's 20 gallons, and that's concerning to some people. My Jeep has like 16 gallons. I think it's 17. Might be 17 gallons. And it gets like 7 miles to the gallon, and it's just not a problem. So I'm expecting this to get at least 7 miles to the gallon, so I should have more range.
Perfect. Don't forget to remind me to tighten those up later, because that would be sad.
So here's the brain box for the motor, and if we ever change to electronic transmission, it'll also run that. And then this is the fuse panel for the rest of the body. So headlights, taillights, gauges, you name it.
Ta-da! That's how we do it. So what we have here is a 5.3 liter LS. It's an LM7 code motor out of a 2003 Chevy Silverado. Has about 80-something thousand miles on it. Came in the yard as a wreck. The owners relinquished it to the yard. That's how I got it. I've never driven this motor. I assume it's in good condition.
I guess we'll find out.
We'll find out. Let me show you what it came out of. So this is the truck, an 03 Chevy Silverado. It got hit in the front here, and it was so crushed that it was just easier to cut the front clip off, cut the frame off, pulled it out, and then pulled the motor out of it. I'm not too nervous about it. We fired it up, it ran. I know there's going to be a little bit of tuning and dialing in with the computer. Once we get it dialed in, I think it's going to run just fine. So this is the transmission cooler going in. Gets its fresh air from the louvers on the side. So this gets covered and it just blows it into this area. So what I did the other day is I put everything on this table that I thought we would need. We'll do this next. That's the skinny pedal. You push it, it goes boom, really loud.
So Trevor's been super awesome, and for some reason he decided to skip lunch, which shouldn't have done. Bad Trevor. But anyway, so he got a whole bunch of the wiring done. We got the relays for the transmission cooler fan and the fuel pump back here, and all the grounds and everything hooked up properly. We're gonna try and start it in a minute. That's super exciting because it's the first time it started in the car.
Put the dip in the dip, 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 dip. Put the shoe in the boogity shoe. Yeah, for the tight. Who was that man? I'd like to shake his hand. He made my baby. Got the throttle cable working. You can see that work. So what's the deal? Are you getting ready to start this, Trevor?
We're ready.
Okay, we're just gonna start it on open loop, so we'll see how it does. None of these wires are gonna ground out and cause us a problem. Okay, start it up. We're gonna let Trevor do it
It's turnkey, huh?
because he did it.
Okay.
What that noise?
You gonna start it again?
That's loud.
Okay. We can drive this thing tomorrow. So all those wires went somewhere, turns out. Okay, we just gotta
Needs
keep,
a little tuning up, but
we just gotta keep plugging away on it. Okay, let's set that drag link up so the steering works. So, Rudy, do you want to get the drag link? Beautiful. We will hold the steering wheel, Rudy. So, okay.
So you're squaring up the old foundation, huh?
So we've been doing alignment all morning, and I think we're ready to set these. Well, that's 1 out of 16 done. Okay, so that's 2.
3.
All 4 of them are done back here. Now I just gotta go up front and do the front ones. I gotta do it with a smile on my face. That's gonna be the hardest part. This never-ending project is never going to end. That's all 8 of the suspension links. The axles are square. They're centered under the body, and they're square with each other, and they're square with the chassis. At ease, soldier. So we're not getting super precise measurements with these strings, but what we are getting is symmetry. So we know this axle is centered in the body because we measured it about 100 times. And we know the back axle is centered with the body because we did it about 80 times. And the only variable is exactly how these wheels are pointed. So we're gonna take that variable out now. It's adjusted about perfect. Okay, go off a little bit and back on. Okay. You have all the fasteners. Pretty much most of the fasteners. I've got bad news, Trevor. I need a washer. Where did he go?
Right here.
The camera's over here. So I need a washer with a 1/2 inch inside diameter, and it needs to be like a thick washer. Not super thick, but like that big around. This is my first time ever putting a universal joint. A drive shaft, installing a drive shaft. And it shows. Check this out. That's what Tucker looks like when he's filming. And in case you're wondering what kind of drive shafts we run, there it is, Adams drive shafts. They are awesome. That's what I run on the Banana. Well, that's what Rudy runs on his Jeep. That's what I'm gonna be running on my next project, and my next project, and my next project. And at least 2 more after that.
felt that one go to the floor.
Okay, pump it and hold it.
Okay.
Pump it and hold it. You getting any pedal?
Yeah. Okay.
How much pedal?
Half inch, quarter inch.
I don't know what that means. From the floor?
From the floor.
Okay, so they're not good yet. Okay, pump it and hold. Ooh, got some air there. Pump it and hold it. That's water.
Okay. That's good.
Pump it and hold. How does that feel? Not pedals. Okay, go ahead and start it. Let's try master cylinder. What's the lid look
I
like?
doubt so much power has been started with the Corvair key.
You push it really gently. Hold it. Corvairs don't have power brakes. Derby trucks don't have power brakes. This is my first time really building anything with power brakes. So go easy on me. So we don't have an exhaust tube bending machine in our shop, but we do have a machine in our shop, and his name's Rudy.
If you say so. And we got another one who's happy with the cutoff wheel.
I shaped that, and then Rudy welded it up. Looks good. All right, so the exhaust, I was super worried about it because it looked like it was going to be really convoluted and a real struggle. And we're going to have this done in one day. And we're not exhaust guys, and we don't have exhaust tools, so it's going super good. I told you though, we do have a machine, and it's Rudy. All right, so you'll notice that I have an H pipe here, and it serves a couple of purposes. One, it makes the installation more difficult. And two, actually three, difficulty installing, but no, what it does is it takes a decibel or two out of the exhaust note, and it adds a little bit of torque at the bottom end. So it's worth putting in, even if it just makes me feel better. So there it is. How does this look up here, Tucker? Am I hitting anything above the muffler? Okay, you're really? No, you're good. Wow. Ready to go in?
That's 40 inches. When you're lined up with that, you're right on.
I hooked up the O2 sensor. It's on. I don't know that I like my fastening.
Yeah, the little housing. Oh yeah, is that done? Rudy, is that done? Yeah. Okay, let's do this one then. I need everybody to stand in different spots.
It needs to go down.
Rudy, do you want to go weld this together? Oh, you'll hear it. You can do a walk around. It's not completed yet. Will be completed tomorrow morning.
Are you driving it?
No. There's no seat in it.
Here's a bucket.
Did you put the O2 sensor in?
Yes.
Oh wow.
He says it's not gonna drive it, but he's gonna wanna.
We have a lofty goal to drive this thing. Finally, we're finally going to get with the program and drive this week.
Are you driving it?
No. should tell you something about lockers right there.
Well, fill in your burnout marks.
Oh, you're right smooth, huh?
Look at this.
Oh my gosh! Mike has a little work to do now.
Sticky.
I think it sounds good.
Sounds that thing sounds so nice.
It's still not tuned. We're missing probably 50, 60 horsepower at minimum.
That sounded way better than I
Dude,
thought.
that thing smells so good.
Sounds like a sports car. And it is a sports car. Just a different kind of sport.
Sounds a little bit like an SS competitor.
All right, it's just been another long day, but we got a little bit of a boost from that thing running right. We got another couple days of work, though. No two ways around it. In a world where Corvairs are off-road recovery vehicles and off-road recovery vehicles are Corvairs, one man stands alone with his machine.